Lewis Hamilton, ex-Ferrari president, makes Sebastian Vettel claim which he will hate. Hamilton beat Sebastian Vettel by 88 points to clinch the fifth world title of his career this season. Ferrari appeared to have the faster car for the majority of the campaign, but Mercedes were still able to bring home the double. And Montezemolo thinks the Silver Arrows were only able to secure the honors because of their main driver. If Hamilton donned the Ferrari red, and Montezemolo reckons he would have ended their 11-year wait for a world championship this year. Hamilton made the difference in his best season since his debut, Montezemolo told Rai Radio. He has had moments of weakness and crisis, but this year with Ferrari he would have won. I say that not to belittle Vettel, who has every opportunity to rebuild with a competitive car. Montezemolo also pointed out the mistakes which Vettel made throughout the season. But he did not pin all of the blame on the German driver. This Ferrari is a very different Ferrari to the one I left in October 2014, in terms of men and mentality, he added. Ferrari did a good car this year, which in some situations was even better than Mercedes. But the final part was missing. Vettel made some decisive mistakes, but for the World Championship you have to do everything to keep him up. He is a driver of the highest order and always close to the team. In frustration he must be supported, even more so with the arrival of a very strong boy, Charles Leclerc, with a great future. Michael Schumacher also made mistakes in the first days, but it is always important to speak clearly in the locker room and support the team in public. Next news: life in the fast lane. Who has Lewis Hamilton dated? Nicole Scherzinger, Rita Ora, Danielle Lloyd, and more. 5-time F1 champs. Full list of girlfriends. From models to pop stars and beauty pageant winners, it is no surprise the Formula One ace has attracted a string of beautiful ladies. It is hardly surprising that Formula One superstar and reigning world champion Lewis Hamilton has attracted a string of beautiful ladies, but it can be hard to keep up with his fast-moving love life. From long-term love Nicole Scherzinger to his rumored flings with Sofia Richie and Barbara Palvine, this is the lowdown on his complicated love life. There were reports doing the rounds that Lewis and Nicki Minaj are dating after they were spotted at New York Fashion Week together. The pair also shared social media pictures of a getaway in Dubai. In 2017 Lewis was pictured climbing into a cab with a handful of hotties after a wild night out in London during Fashion Week. The Formula One ace proved in pole position both on and off the track when he hitched a ride home with a glamorous gang, who included German model Jasmine Sanders. Lewis was accompanied by Brazilian football star Neymar, who later took the motor racing driver's ex Barbara Palvin back to an East London flat. Sofia Richie, 2017. Earlier in 2017, Lewis was rumored to be enjoying a fling with model Sofia Richie, the daughter of singer Lionel. The driver sat with his rumored beau in the front row at Paris Couture Fashion Week back in January, and took her for a lunch date in May. Winnie Harlow, 2016-17 model Winnie Harlow was first spotted getting close to Lewis at the GQ Awards in September 2016, when The Sun's Dan Wootton reported that they left the London party in separate cars, so nobody would cotton on. They were also pictured getting cozy at the Ampleur Gala in Cannes, in May 2017. Stunning Winnie, who has a rare skin condition called vitiligo, is now one of the most recognizable faces in fashion. Barbara Palvine, 2016 Lewis' budding romance with Hungarian model Barbara Palvin was confirmed in The Sun's Bazaar column in June 2016. They met at Cannes Film Festival, and a source close to Barbara revealed, She and Lewis were only in Cannes for a short time but got on like a house on fire. They hung out every day and partied at night. By the end of the trip they were really close. They've been keeping in touch, with plans to meet up again soon. She went on to support him at the European, Hungarian and Monaco Grand Prix. Rita Ora, 2016. Lewis and Rita Ora never confirmed their relationship, but they were spotted together on numerous occasions. They even enjoyed a secret sunshine break together in July 2016, while Rita was supposedly pictured leaving his apartment after spending the night together later that summer. In November of the same year, Rita played the loyal girlfriend by supporting him at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix where Lewis was forced to surrender his crown to Nico Rosberg. Rihanna, 2015. Rihanna and Lewis have been friends for years, but they were rumored to have taken their relationship to a new level in 2015. The pair are thought to have enjoyed a summer romance, as they spent a lot of quality time together in New York. Nicole Scherzinger, 2007 to 2015. Nicole Scherzinger was Lewis' on-off girlfriend for 7 years, but they were long-distance for much of the time. The couple split for good in 2015, and the Pussycat Doll revealed she had cut all contact with her ex-boyfriend a year later. Vivian Burkhart, 2008. Beauty queen Vivian Burkhart represented Grenada in the Miss World pageant in 2007, and went on to win Lewis' heart. The couple appeared at a number of events together in 2008, but only dated for a few months. Lotte Hintze, 2006. Vivian was far from the first pageant star Lewis dated. According to rumors, he previously dated Miss Finland Lotte Hintze. Lotte is the daughter of Lewis' F1 mentor Aki Hintze, who passed away in 2016, at the age of 58. The model confirmed that she had a good relationship with Lewis, but denied that they had ever dated. Jodie Ma, 2003 to 2007. Jodie Ma dated Lewis for 4 years, until they finally parted ways in June 2007. The childhood sweethearts met at the Cambridge School of Arts and Science, back when Lewis was first establishing himself as a sports star. Jodie, a restaurant receptionist now based in Hong Kong, was studying event management, while Lewis was trying to catch up on his GCSE exams. Danielle Lloyd, 2002. Glamour girl Danielle dated Lewis for 6 months in 2002, when he was a budding F3 driver. It was love at first sight, she later said. "I'm so pleased for Lewis. To see him doing so well makes me proud." The pair met at Celebrity Haunt 10 Rooms and remained friends after their split. Lewis even turned up to see Danielle crowned Miss England in 2004. Next news loser in love. Is Lewis Hamilton too obsessed with cars and himself to ever find love? He's the biggest name in Formula One racing, but despite mega career success, is he paying the ultimate price and sacrificing his personal happiness? With his chiseled good looks and an estimated £218 million fortune, it's no surprise Mercedes driver Lewis Hamilton has attracted some of the most glamorous girls in showbiz. But despite his impressive track record, including a long-term relationship with Nicole Scherzinger, the 33-year-old recently described his love life as non-existent. And the F1 pro is said to be so obsessed with his cars, jewelry, clothes and work that he doesn't have time for women, though one ex alleges he was obsessed with threesomes. So could it be the case that Lewis is too focused on his work to find love and settle down? A source close to the star told Sun Online, "He's killing it career-wise at the moment and that's his focus above everything else. He will always put what he wants first." This has been his lifetime ambition since he was a child, and he's happy to make personal sacrifices. He won't let anything get in the way of his career. Here, The Sun Online takes a closer look at 5-times champion Lewis' playboy lifestyle, and examines how life in the fast lane may have come at a price. From the X Factor to Nicki Minaj and Winnie Harlow, they dated on and off for 8 years, but Lewis' romance with X Factor star Nicole Scherzinger ended for good in 2015, despite even his close family thinking she was the one, according to sources. Since then, he's been linked to a host of beauties, including Nicki Minaj, Winnie Harlow, Rita Ora and even Sophia Richie. Threesome obsession. Earlier this year, glamour model Veronica Vale, 26, said she dated Lewis for 6 months just after his split from Nicole. Speaking to The Sun on Sunday, she claimed he had become obsessed with the idea of threesomes. Claiming Lewis regularly asked her about threesomes and once mentioned the possibility of getting frisky with Chris Brown's ex, Corinne Dran, she said, "I was so embarrassed, nothing happened. But I think he was just joking about threesomes. As far as I'm aware, he never actually had any. Cars are my babies, so there's no time for women." After splitting from Nicole, Lewis went on to admit his love of cars meant the woman in his life would always have to take a backseat and came second. Speaking in 2016, Lewis admitted, "My cars are my babies. I used to say, when I had a girlfriend, I'm taking one of the girls out, so you can come if you want, but you come second when it comes to the cars." Lewis is getting broody. But there's no woman to have kids with. But despite admitting he would want to settle down and have a family of his own, he just hasn't found the right person to distract him from his treasured career. Recently, Lewis told The Times, "I'm a workaholic. I don't have time for it. When you travel as much as I do, it's hard to keep up a relationship, so I'm of the mindset that I'm not going to do that until I've stopped and no longer have to be single-minded. I want to have kids, but I want to be there for them, to be a good and present dad. I'd be open to it if I happened to come across someone special. Of course, there's more to life than work." And psychotherapist Susan Hepburn told Sun Online that Lewis could be missing out by not getting his priorities straight. Fame and material possessions, cars included, are very temporary and should not form the sole basis of a person's life ambition, she said. Long-term connections and meaningful experiences with friends, family and loved ones provide something that money cannot buy and are vital for inner contentment and happiness. In tough times, it is important to have a supportive network who can not only offer advice but also steer us in the right direction. A love of diamonds and a £16.5 million private jet. Lewis' wild lifestyle may be part of the reason that he currently struggles to find time for a girlfriend, but it also helps to make him the ultimate catch. He boasts a luxury car collection thought to be worth £13 million, a £16.5 million private jet, and is known for his love of diamonds. The combination of his career, luxury lifestyle and many other interests will need to be toned down before he can find any time to allow a woman into his life. Until then, you can expect Lewis to keep winning big on the racetrack, but he may soon learn that life in the fast lane can be pretty lonely when there's nobody in the passenger seat next to you. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to share and subscribe to your channel to get the latest sports news around the world. Wished health and success. Goodbye.